Good evening, Northwest Croiser. Welcome back to the channel. Here we are again, Farmer Ben once again back with another one of those block rocking beats on Puzzle Combat. Much is going on. I will freely admit I have to issue a formal apology to my alliance as I missed the last alliance war, which is, shameful. I shouldn't have done it. Basically, there's been stuff going on in my real life which distracted me, and I completely forgot about it, and I was sort of vaguely aware it was going on, and then just it slipped my mind. So I do apologise. We are all human, and I think that is one thing. If any alliance you're in, I would recommend you find one which, if you occasionally mess up, that they are tolerant of it, as long as you're relatively consistently decent. That said, I can't even necessarily claim to be consistently decent, but I do my best. Anyway, never mind. Let's not dwell on my failings, because here we are. We are going to have a quick look at Beach Party, the last level. Now, I say the last level. It's the last level on normal. I've still got 16 days to work my way through advanced, but I'm going to have a look at the last level on normal, and it offers a epic hero summon, so we'll do that at the end, and the avatar of the girl chewing the bubble gum. Can't remember her name off the top of my head. Clicking on the mission, I can see that I will be facing up against Hudson, Lana, and Finley. So I got some very sort of tough bosses. Colour-wise, there's a sort of spread of colours generally. What's the best colour to take? Probably green, I would say. You've got a couple of green heroes. You have got red one there as well. Purple is strong against yellow, and then average against everyone. It's 50-50. Probably green, though, because you've got green minions, so you've got the Spider Crab and you've got Finlay. So I would probably suggest green is a good colour to take. That said, I'm going to ignore my own advice, and I'm just going to go with what I have. Now I'm actively going to be playing it, and what I have found is that nearly all levels can be completed using a combination of the following: a Chrono Blaster and a Flame Bomb. The two together work really well. You'll also notice that I have Crockett and Pika, who are both kind of healers. Crockett boosts armor, Pika boosts health, and those two will basically sort of hopefully keep me in the game. So let's see how we get on. Now, I am playing it. Often I play levels on auto, but this time I am actually playing it myself. These balloons are very, very annoying. I've had a few fights involving water balloons myself with my children, and none of them have resulted in anyone dying. So these are obviously extreme water balloons, but let's leave it at that. Okay, so you'll see a reasonable sort of combination of combos and such on the screen. Lots of water bombs getting cleared there, all positive. I probably should have done them in the wrong order, and never mind. I think the attack boost is bigger from Crockett than from Logan. Yeah, I may be wrong. Doesn't 100% matter. I just basically, I probably should have used them differently. The water balloons are going to go off here and do a massive amount of damage to me. So, those are incredibly powerful water bombs. Considering my guys are all carrying, heavy machine guns and stuff, they are particularly effective water bombs. I would seriously suggest that any parents that have invited their children over to this party need to go and get their children back from said party, because there is all manner of chaos and such going on here. So you'll see at the moment, as with most levels, the actual the mobs, the levels in this case 1 and 2. Sometimes it will include 1, 2, 3, and 4. But the mob levels, the levels before the boss, are not too horrific. The enemies are not too tough. My health is relatively high. The combination of Crockett and Pika. Crockett and Pika together, kind of keeping everyone alive. But now you'll see that I'm doing my standard thing of slowing the game right down, going on to the boss level, because it will make it a lot easier for me going forward. There's no need to hurry to get to the bosses. It's not a timed event. So the only heroes I'm going to be using for a moment at least are Pika and Crockett, and that's just to try and build up my resilience and armor. So all of my heroes should, now they all have full health, They should go in with pretty much full health and pretty much maximized armor, which will just mean that I don't have to work so hard once I get to the boss level. That's the basic idea. So you'll see all of them have got full health at the minute, and now they've got another boost of armor. The armor now, it's always a little bit hard to read the armor, but it's pretty substantial. The mob is not sort of overwhelmingly quickly getting rid of the armor, which is grand, because that's not what I want. I want to have as much armor as I can. So here we go. You'll see now all of my heroes have got like over 50, well, when I say over 50%, I would say over 30% armor. We're heading towards 50%. We've still got a little way to go. But I'm using it. I'm just using this mob, what are you parrots, striped cockatoo, to build up my armor. I'm not trying to kill it. There's no great hurry. What I'm trying to do is save myself. I'm not going to use Pika because nobody's wounded. I don't need to. And we're on to the boss wave. So, but as you can see, I'm going into the boss wave by having delayed the wave beforehand. I now have a situation where all of my heroes have at least, I would say, 40% armor, possibly 50%. So their health and stuff is set very high. I'm not going to need to use Pika for a while, so I can keep her ready for when anybody gets wounded. I will chuck in the classic Chrono Blaster, so none of the enemy heroes can now gain any mana. And I will also chuck in a Flame Bomb, just because when they're burning, they are losing health on a per turn basis. Boom, 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 boom. There we go. So I may as well add some armor boosting here. So there we go. Armor regeneration is going on as well as the standard kind of thing. I don't need to use Pika. In fairness, she's almost surplus to requirements at the moment. Not always the case. It can be very useful to have a healer as well. But on this occasion, I'm not really desperately healing my guys. Now you can see the enemy heroes are still burning, which is very nice. You want them to be sizzling away beautifully. Not going to use Pika still. Still got tons of armor. Now I could use another time stop and flame bomb now if I so chose. I'm not going to do so at the moment, mainly because I've got a fairly sort of commanding position here. It's worth using things the basic rule is battle items are there to make things easier, but don't use them if you don't have to, or they're a bit wasteful. Save them for things like what's the word I'm thinking of? Challenge events. Challenge events are where you need the really good battle items. And that's where you want to save your battle items for. You know, an event like this, time doesn't matter. There's no hurry to beat these bosses, sorry. So I can very sort of casually sit here. Still don't need to use Pika. See, so even though I have Pika ready, there's still no need to use her because she can't heal anyone because nobody's wounded, and that in itself is a beautiful thing. These very, very dangerous water pistols. Now, I do have somebody wounded now, and as you'll see, he's also knocked down Pika's mana, which is a bit annoying. But he's dead, so it doesn't really matter too much. So Pika's now brought everyone back up to full health. Just basically making sure nobody dies, as I thought whittle my way through. Now, I've only used one time stop and one flame bomb. I possibly could have done it without at all, in fairness. But the last few levels of this I played on auto when I was busy doing real life stuff. Going through a divorce, all good fun, whoop, whoop, whoop. And it does, unfortunately, eat up your time. Sorry, just concentrating on the screen there. So yeah, going through a divorce and real life stuff, which does mean that I can't always devote as much time as I would like to the game. Everybody dying, there we go. You will see now that it's just 5 of my heroes now versus this young lady in the Lana with her water pistol. Again, I do think her water pistol is obviously a particularly good one to stand up against heavy machine guns, but well, there we go. That's kind of the graphics of the game, I guess. And as you can see, as is also standard in the game, is that the graphics make it clear that it is targeting a male audience. But there we are, let's not dwell on that. There we are, so there we are, hooray, hurrah, and hooroo, everybody is done. The main thing there really was choose your heroes sensibly. You want to take at least one healer, and ideally I would say an armourer as well. So the two together work really well. Somebody boosts your armour and boosts your healing, and then 3 attackers, however you divide them up. But it's worth making sure your heroes don't die during the process. Also, that has now got me a epic hero token. Now I think I did. Oh, I've got a challenge summon here. Let's see how we go on challenge summon. Ingrid. Whoop, whoop, whoop. Okay, moving on. Seasonal summon. Boom. Flint. At least he's a 4-star, I suppose. He's rubbish. Well, I say he's rubbish. He's okay, but he's not one I want. Let's try the epic weapon summon. It's probably wildly optimistic, being as how badly the seasonal hero summons. A 4-star purple gun. That's okay. And lastly, 4-star red gun, so I can't complain too much. 3 4-stars is actually a really good return. It's just a shame that I didn't get any event or seasonal heroes. But there we are. That's not too bad. In fact, actually, I've got enough. Excuse me. Battery's running low. Look at that. Battery's running low. I obviously invented the wasteland. Ooh, you invented the wasteland. Ooh. Sorry, I didn't actually intend to enter the wasteland. That was a mistake on my part. What am I doing? I was going to do another summon. Let's do one more seasonal summon because I got the gold coins to do it. Oh, there we are. I got Makani, so I finally got my bonus event hero. That's all right, and I may as well do one more because I've already got an event hero from Thingamabob and Tila. There we are. My luck has run out, but that's not too bad. So I have one event hero, so that's not too bad going. At least I've got some event heroes piling up there as well. I haven't actually started Raiders of the Wasteland yet. I've done videos before on scoring high on challenge events and such and such and such. This one is tricky with my standard thing because it's red and my favourite heroes are green, but let's not panic about that right now. Do remember to click in and collect your extra world energy flask, which I just did, and good luck on the challenge event. Hopefully you will see me somewhere in the top, I'm going to say the top 10 on rare, but that might be optimistic, but who knows. And who knows where I'll come in the other events, epic and legendary, but we'll see how we go. So anyway, thank you very much for watching. It does remain for me to say, please do remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. Hopefully there was some advice in there which will help you with the events. I do appreciate that actually that mission wasn't quite as tough as I thought it was going to be, but then I have been, as I say, farming on auto, which is not necessarily reflective of the challenge level I'm facing. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. Please do remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe. As ever, it would be gratefully received. And it just remains for me to say, may death come swiftly to your enemies. This is Farmer Ben wishing everybody all the best. Goodbye, Hoil Vower, Arrivederci,